I think definitely optimism is the word that we need to be embedded in ourselves. Now, right now, we will have a review of Indonesia's performance in the third round with football pundit Aldi Bawazier right here in the studio. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
I love how you're very optimistic.
As always.
I mean, even though the Indonesia lost, you still have this optimism with you, and it's great to have this kind of energy in the morning.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Thank you.
And definitely, we know that, you know, in every game, there's a win and a loss. This definitely, I mean, we in Indonesia thought that this is going to be our, not at least this is our first W in the group. We had been even throughout, you know, this first and second round, the third round. This is something that we did not, you know, foresee. So let's dive into this, right? From the starting 11, we have Shane, Asnawi, and also Witan. So some people would say, if it's already good, don't break it. But this is something that's very, you know, different when we see the reality. What do you think about, you know, Coach Shin Tae-yong making the starting 11 for this game?
I like you hammering about different, not rotation. Because in social media, people talk about why do Shin Tae-yong make a rotation? Because personally, I don't believe it's a rotation. It's a tactical approach from Coach Shin to make our fullback, Shane and Asnawi, to stretch China's defender. Because usually China play 4-4-2, but they put their fullback and their winger play behind. So it's 6 in line. But this game, China, they know they need a point, they need a win.
But so do we.
So do we, yes. But the urgency for China is if they cannot clinch a win yesterday, it's going to be worse for China. That's why, even though they're still compact with 4-4-2, they defend really well, but somehow they always press really high until our defender. So it's not about just like in the opening, Indonesia leading the position with 76%.
That's right, that's right.
But it's different with you leading the position football and then you're not commanding the game. So it's a different situation. Indonesia, yes, they're leading the position, but China is maintain the game. We play their game. They want us to, okay, you can pass, but in our final third, we're gonna take the ball, we're gonna direct football to front, and then our striker will force an error into your defender. That's China play, and we trapped into
we play into their game.
To their game. So you say not just those three, even Nathan also playing a starter in the game against Bahrain. Ivar Jenner and Tom Haye. The solid double pivot is really good, but I don't know why in this game the coach Shin playing Nathan as a starter. Maybe we want to play through flank, and then when the China defender stretch, we can come through the center through Nathan. But I don't see a very good forward pass through Nathan. When somehow when Tom Haye came in and then Rido came in, the game is different. The game is different. Miss Hilhurst also, I don't see his come up with his game. I believe Jay Itzes and Rido still our best, central defender.
Well, Aldi, you were mentioning about the possession or the ball possession, 76% about that. But again, as we know that we do have a lot of possession, we're playing dominance. But at the end, it's not fruitful enough. Let's talk about the first half of the game. What's your take on this?
We lack of creativity. We don't have any really good number 10. The player who can, coming from behind, the player can, between the line and then, make a goal, make a score and assist, score a goal. We don't have. We have a really good winger. We really get good striker in Rafael Strike. Ratmangun, similar type, never stop working, never stop moving. But we don't have any player like number 10 who can, okay, I'm here, I'm going to distribute ball to left, to right, maybe short. We don't have that. Coach Shin want Nathan to play that role, but Nathan position, they focus. He focused more in the layering the midfield, not in the final third. That's why our ball, yes, we got a position football in our third, in the central midfield, yes, because China allow us to do that.
Yes.
But in their defending area, they're really good in the counter pressing, get the ball, make us force an error for us, and then just like I said, make a direct football to forward, and then we don't have any scenario to change. Coach Shin and the coach know we have a block, we have a really struggle last night, but if we know, then why don't we change the situation? Yes, when Arhan came, his throw-in is a different scenario. If we pump up the ball inside the box, that's what we should do earlier. Because we can bring the ball to forward, but after that what? Why don't we just pump in ball inside the box, make an error to opponent, just like China did to us? Because Max Hilher's goals is because Hilher's overlap, and then when Shane Patinama lost the ball, and then China make a through pass through the center, and then where is Hilher's? Because his position is not very good last night. The situation is different maybe with Rido there, because Jay Itzas, Rido, and maybe Verdong have a really, already good combination between them. So maybe that's different.
Well, we have already our stats right here and our graphics right here in our Trons, but let's take us through this. I mean, again, if we're talking about the mentality of the players, they just lost with Bahrain, and then they have to play to China. Take us through the mentality itself. We know that away game is always going to be harder, even though you're playing on the bottom group. You still need to have that chip on your shoulder. Is it because you think it's also coming to the player's head that, okay, this one is definitely going to be our first win after our first and second round that's always even. They already even out with one of the most toughest teams and nations. And now with China, they thought they're going to win. Let's see it through the stats. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, Indonesia, okay, they got shoot 6 times, but I don't see it's a clear-cut chances. 2 from Verdong, from outside the box in the early 10 minutes, and then 1 from the goal, and then the rest is not very good clear-cut chances. Okay, we 6 on goal, but not a very good one. We need to make very good and getting better at this, because without the central forward, yes, we got the Rafael Struijk, we got Soerachmat, but there are not central forward. So that's why we need to fluid in the final third, make an opponent make an error, and then try to take on the opponent. We don't have last night. We don't have any players like that. We just systematic passing. We passing through feet onto the feet, and then I don't know. We stuck in their final third. Rather than you just like I said, just pump ball inside the box and makes an error to the opponent, because China's defenders not really good at the clearance. Why don't we utilize that?
Yeah.
Because we cannot pass and shoot. No, we even the goal, it came from the the cleavage in the inside the box, not from very good, not the ordinary regularly tactic from behind, midfield, and forward. No, but it happened. It's goal. It's not a competition to show which team play better. It's competition to show who's the winner.
Yeah, who has more goals? That's
who's
it.
Who's more goals? So
yeah.
Why don't we just score a goal from any kind of approach? From me, last night Indonesia don't have any type of different scenario. Yes, in first half they play 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. And then in the second half, again, just like in Bahrain, they 4-4-2 diamond, which is for me, is the more suit for Indonesia. Maybe next game, please don't use 3-4-2-1 again. Just like Bahrain, just like China, play 4-4-2 diamond. It's really good for us. Nathan on the left flank, both striker Rafael Struijk and Soerachmat for number 10. Use Marcelino there or Tom Haye there. If Arjener will be missed because the yellow card accumulated, maybe Tom Haye and who knows, Kevin Dix will play.
Yes.
So yeah, against Japan.
So you were talking about Van Jenner right now.
Yeah.
Who do you think is appropriate?
Yeah.
To fill in his spot.
Ivar Jenner.
Yes.
He's really good ball breaker. He's a very mobile. He's everywhere, but he need a tandem. He need a partner who understand his game, because in central midfield there's one breaker and there's one distributor. Just like in Manchester City, one Kevin De Bruyne, one Rodri, different kind of player, but is a very good partnership, chemistry. In Indonesia, I believe Ivar Jenner and Tom Haye is our, our best central pairing. And I don't know, with Nathan last night against China as a starter, maybe, I don't know, the fatigue, maybe the injury, I don't know. But for me, I don't know why Coach Shin play Nathan rather than Tom Haye, because as we see, when when Tom Haye came in,
it's just like that.
Different,
yeah.
just like that.
Yeah, sometimes you need that person to come in.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later, right? Because then you
Yes.
have to, kind of like catch up to the game.
Yes.
Now, you're also saying about, you're also mentioning a new blood that's coming in, Kevin Dix. So what's your expectation on him?
Versatility, he can play right central defender, left central defender, and I saw once he play as a central midfielder, defending central midfielder. So I don't know if Jenner will be missed in a game against Japan. Maybe Kevin Dix will play there. I don't know why don't we try? Because he got a very good ball breaker. His vision is very good. He play in Copenhagen, very good player. And a central defender, we just play JHS and Rizky Ridho.
Yeah.
So Massilhurst, watch, and then you can come in second half, and after that, we need to score a goal because our defender, our central midfielder, for me, I rate it okay. Our forward, we need to score a goal again.
It seems so.
Yes, in under 23, in senior, our lack of creativity, our lack of the clinical in the opponent goals is our main problem. So if we know that's our problem, why don't you just make a chaos inside the box?
So we already have a stronghold squad right
Yes.
now, but what we just need to know is how can you the attempt to make it into finalization. Now, in regards to this, Japan and Saudi Arabia, the Garuda squad, our boys is already coming back right now. It's going to be our home game. It's going to be tough. We cannot say it's not going to be tough, against Japan and also Saudi Arabia. What do you think that Shin Tae-yong would have to prepare for this?
It will be tough, Caroline, if I have to say, but it's not impossible. It's not, okay, we just lost this game, we just leave it. No, I believe we need to do something against Japan.
What would you do if you're in Coach Shin's
4-4-2 diamond.
Okay.
Start from the kick-off. We cannot just, okay, we play defending, and once we have a time, we score from defending or counter-attack or maybe set piece from JHS. No, we play our regular football because in our day, we have a really good football. Coach Sin and his team's really good at football. But why don't we, make an overthinking? Okay, maybe we should, block the midfield and then blah, blah, blah. No, we just need to attack from the start, from the scratch, because we have a really good players. And then players like Tom Haye, players like Nathan, players like Marcelino, players like Verdom, they had a really good long-range shot.
Yes.
Do it!
Especially, I think in China, I think they're just so accustomed to the weather,
Yes.
right? And they
cool.
should be played on all those naturalized players because it's like their hometown.
Yeah. And against Japan will play in Jakarta.
Yes.
Weather-wise, it's gonna be, good for us because Japan now is not very, friendly with the weather. So Japan play in Jakarta, 1-0 for Indonesia from the weather-wise because Japan need to customize with our climate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, those are, hopefully Coach Shin is listening to you right now and giving your
Finger
opinions
crossed.
and intake. And your expectation, of course, with Japan and also with Saudi Arabia, what would be your prediction? Let's talk about numbers. What would be your prediction? Even though we don't like it, well, I want your intake of this.
Against Saudi, we need to win.
Okay.
Against Saudi, we need to win. But against Japan, any point will work. Draw for me will be great. Draw against Japan. So,
Draw, okay.
draw against Japan.
Win would be...
Oh! Win against Japan. Now 10 points in the group. And then but anything can happen in this group.
That's right.
Even China get the point.
Who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought?
Yes.
So, yes. The mentality, just like you said, we cannot, okay, we just leave this game. No. We need to do something against Japan. Okay. And then when we win against Japan, next, come Saudi.
Yeah.
Please come. We're ready for you. We beat Japan.
Right.
So, yeah, the mentality will be
Yes.
upheld.
All right, so for the players itself, I know they're coming back to Indonesia. What would you say that they will be doing? They'll be practicing and whatnot. What would you want the squad right now to do to prepare for themselves for one of the biggest games, and that's against Japan?
Yeah, some players like Asnawi, some players like Max Hilhurst, they need to more to understand about how this Coach Sintayong wants the game to play. Max Hilhurst last night is his make a journey to forward, and then when the opponent scored from the counter attack, the Hilhurst is not in his place.
Okay, yeah.
Coming back from his place. But I don't want to hammering in each player because it's a team game. But I want every player more understand the basic what Coach Sin won: defending, midfield, and also forward, especially forward. Because yes, we produce with statistic, we produce position football, we produce shot, we produce attack, but the clinical, we don't have that. So we'll be back in November.
Yes.
Some players play in Europe, already winter there, maybe coming back to Indonesia, still humid here, gonna be different climate. They will need to adjust with the situation, with the climate. So I hope it's not going to affect anything, but I want to more clinical game, more calm, more focus.
And then you're playing in your backyard. It should be like the best for you, right?
Yeah, sure. So I believe games against Japan will be great, but games against Bahrain, you couldn't miss that in Indonesia next year. I won't miss that. I won't miss that.
We'll all be there.
Yes.
But then we thank you very much for your constructive opinions and definite right here. Aldi Bawazier, you're always welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yes.
And of course, we Indonesia cannot wait for our home game, definitely against Japan and also Saudi Arabia and Bahrain in 2025.
Yeah.
We'll also have Aldi coming back right here in the studio, whether to make prediction or the post-review match just for Indonesia. We're taking a short break right now, but when we return, we have the last leg of our show, and that is some entertainment updates. Stay tuned right here on The Simone Show. We'll be right back.